control, basically. So it all depends on how the environment would sort of impact you on that. So it makes you how you feel. So to speak. There's a lot of things that are out there, and a lot of things people have to live with. And there's a sort of thing where you want to get specific on, but some things you want to be specific on, some things you don't necessarily want to be specific on. So, you know, I feel happy that I'm making this, even though they're the long ones. You're actually seeing all sides of it, yeah. So, can you see how I'm owning the space here in the body language, right? Well, sort of putting that like you're relaxed and imagine that you're positioned that way and you're looking at the person and your feet. It's a matter of your feet, isn't it? So sometimes by body language, we're going to get into like the body language a little bit more, and then I could get into like the video structure. I don't know how they did that, so I'm trying to understand it. Like I don't know how the feet body has to be positioned when it's showing confidence when you're trying to approach the person, and your legs just swerved off a bit to the angle there, and now you're talking to her or talking to him or talking to the person or whoever, right? So interacting. So you're over analyzing, you're overthinking, you're making an excuse for every other excuse. And then, it's opinion. Oh, that's fact. Oh, that's a statement. Oh, that's a tangent. Oh, so yeah, you can sound very scientific. You can actually go on statements and facts. But yeah, there's some sort of input that I want to put, but then I want to get some experience from all the other channels and have them slowly made in specific ways, and the ones that have been made for a real purpose. So you actually navigate the different channels, and no one does that to that extent, really, to that extreme. No one really does it to the actual extreme, where you dress up as Santa and you talk like Santa, and then someone creates a Facebook account that's only on that one big moniker thing, and then create multiple profiles of themselves, multiple characters and multiple ways and characters and speaking. Does it lead to a personality disorder? I don't think the act itself would lead to it, because it's more based on individual, as individuals are all different. Just because someone does a certain thing doesn't make them the personality disorder. It's just the way that the person is thinking and the way that they're behaving and how it affects them is giving them that type of character, or that trait, right? But if it interferes with life, where the person's unable to cope or just live in a proper way, right, then it's some sort of something in that sense. Definitions and these type of things and words are very specific. Sometimes they're not as specific, but some things are going to be very, very specific on the point. So a bit of life stuff, a bit of things that you want to be told pretty much in some sort of way, and maybe you want it to said in real life, maybe you want it to be said on an audio, maybe you want it to be said in a video with an audio, right? Okay, so you look up, okay, a charisma is a charisma, okay, non-charisma is non-charismatic, right? Non-charismatic, okay, and then you've got, okay, some people present a radio voice. Some people are voiceover artists. They're able to make character sounds, or maybe some people are able to make bird sounds, animal sounds, or aircraft sounds, car sounds, and it's just different niches pretty much. And I'm happy with what I have at the moment, what I'm currently using and currently with, until there are actual changes, and maybe big changes that maybe we can notice about ourselves over time. It's not very specific, like I said, this video is just, it's not very specific, as I sort of say. It's not like you have to do this, you have to follow this program and that. I can come up with a program for myself or for you or whatever, to some certain extent, but it's not that following type of program that's going to lead you into a direction where you will see life-changing results. Because I think that if you're some sort of coach or you're some sort of guru who has the answers for someone's life, and you're qualified, well, you sort of qualify, you are qualified essentially, but you sort of understand that you have the answers to their problems, but you also can guide them because you're not them, but you're still able to give them that guide. Then yeah, I mean, but it's a lot of information. Yeah, I wouldn't say that everything is misleading, but it's it's sort of how you use it. But it's just that everything has been made in certain ways, and some of the things have been deliberately made that way, and it may seem, and the other things are misleading, and some things are not. Everything is misleading because misinformation is one of those things, but sometimes the person may not be directly understands why they're giving that information, and some people actually deliberately know of giving the misinformation. So it's just a matter of where it comes down to and why those habits or reasons or random or whatever, so to speak. But for me, what I make this for is for my practice purposes, so I can get better. Now, I'm using this as a practice, like as you say, as I would say, right? I'm trying. Hey, you seem quite interesting. Hey, there's something about you. Hey, but if you overusing it, that's a problem, right? You're over complimenting, you're over saying, whereas you've got to sort of find the mix and, hey, you seem quite interesting. You don't want to be too annoying and you don't want to overuse it. So, yeah, cool. Maybe tell me about yourself, brother. Tell me about yourself. Oh yeah, seems good. Yeah, seems quite good. What's that? Oh, you mean? Hey, what do you mean? There's a bit of hey, what do you mean? We're trying to do. I mean, why would they even do that? That's crazy. So I guess but you don't want to make it too obvious to the big switch. But you can do it slowly. Why would you? I was seeing something over there. So there's a bit of a pause there in time compared to the other one, how it's just suddenly you. So okay, yeah, tension in relationships. You'll see how does tension work, how to say it in a certain way. How to cold approach, right? What to say, how to approach. Do this. Hey, how you going? You seem quite interesting. Hey there, you seem quite interesting. What's happening? So if you change, you can change the tone. But then if you change the behaviour and you see how the body language is sort of exchanged for that. So if what I'm doing is I'm stretching my back. Yes, this is radio. Get yourself listening to Radio 75. You're listening to Jack's Radio Live. When you're listening to Jack's Radio Live as Radio 75 FM, thanks for listening. So I'm trying to improve my radio voice as well. But also I like to add in a bit of it to make it conversational, which is quite nice, you know. You essentially what they use it, you know. They say like you want to give this, right? Like yeah, it's like, hey, so like I say like you want to do this, right, bro? Like yeah, bro. Oh, it's lovely, bro. Oh, it's you can add that like very cool, and then you have I'm just gonna have a smoke after this. You know, adding those persona monikers, so to speak, and like I'm just this one character here. I've got the main one, well, you know, pretty much here, and then got all the other ones that make up and power up. But it doesn't mean that. Oh, is it giving you power now? You know, and it's like and then it leads to a movement like, oh, this is doing this to you. Oh, that's doing that to you. So you get everything where